calisthenics is a very diverse discipline, unlike in bodybuilding where you have powerlifters and you have bodybuilders. And maybe there's something else, but that's all I can think about from the top of my mind. Now, calisthenics has two main disciplines which have a lot of different sub-branches, which include playground calisthenics, which is those people you see doing 360 spins on bars, pull-ups with like flips and stuff. That's called flashy calisthenics. That is, I don't see the benefit in doing that, but to each his own. Now, the two main types are volume freaks and intensity freaks. I want to talk about which one is better and which one gives you the most benefits, depending on your goals, of course. None of them are particularly bad for you. Now, volume freaks are the people you see doing push-ups, pull-ups, and dips, mainly just the basics. And these people are usually the more muscular guys, depending on how you train. I used to do mainly the basics for the first 1.5 to 2 years with some like archer push-ups here and there, but I was doing them with such high reps that I didn't really gain that much muscle. I gained a little bit of strength and I was lean and shredded, but I was also doing track at the time, so it kind of made sense that I was leaner and I didn't gain that much mass, which was completely okay for me at the time because that was not my goal, to just be huge. I was trying to be as light and as athletic as possible. Now, volume freaks also do a lot of different things. It's not just the push-ups and pull-ups. You also add in different variations. It's just the style of training that you use when you do high volume is based off of the basics. With pull-ups, you can do archer pull-ups, you can do diamond push-ups, but all the exercises are done in a rep range to build as much muscle as possible and strength. Now, if you just want to be athletic, you can pick pretty much any single discipline in calisthenics. You can do street workouts, you can do the basics and you'll be athletic, and do some cardio here and there, play a sport. Now, intensity freaks, listen to me. A little volume doesn't hurt. Now, high intensity doesn't really have that many sub-branches. It's usually static holds and skills, which are also static holds, so it's pretty much the same thing. Now, the beautiful thing about intensity, which is what I love most about it, is that you can build very, very dense muscle. And if you don't know what density is, it's basically having more muscle fibers, which is why some powerlifters look fairly small but can lift like 600 pounds like it's nothing. And there's a guy who's blowing up on YouTube right now. I might show a picture of him right here somewhere. But he looks like he's maybe 170, 180, but deadlifts like 600. Now, some calisthenic skills transfer very well to the gym. Now, if you're a volume freak, that transfers very well to the gym because you usually have more power. If you're an intensity freak, that also kind of transfers to the gym, but in a different way. You usually have more strength, but you might not be able to bench like 315 unless you have some experience in the gym, which I have a little bit of experience in the gym. It's probably been like 4 years now, but I can probably still get 315. Okay, now which one is better? So if you want to use calisthenics as something to just get fit and get you started, then being a volume freak is probably for you. You don't have to learn any skills. At that point, you're just entering into the world of calisthenics. You kind of almost have to have a passion to learn the planche because it just takes a long time and a lot of patience and a lot of pain. A lot of pain, yep. You really have to want it at that point. But after doing calisthenics for a while and you get to the point where you're just slowly building and you're not building as much as you were before, you can then start adding weight or even go to the gym entirely if you like. And you already have a good starting point and you would just explode. You would probably lose a lot of athleticism, but if you don't care about the athleticism, all you just want to do is get jacked, get huge, then that's for you. This is how I look without a pump. Usually I haven't even worked out yet, and the point of this is to eat in moderation, train with intention, and just don't blindly eat 2,000 calories over maintenance, which is unnecessary. This way you look better year round, you feel better year round, unless you want to be the next C-bum, which is not why you clicked on this video. Not only that, but you also gain a lot of strength and athleticism, which I think is more valuable in the real world than just having a lot of size or just being insanely massive, which can build a lot of very bad habits and body dysmorphia and eating disorders and depression. I'm just joking. There is nothing wrong if you just want to be huge. Do you, whatever makes you happy, to be honest. Whatever your goal is, go after it, chase it, give it your best. You will not get anywhere if you just keep half-assing everything. Whether you want to get money, get the perfect physique, have the life of your dreams, you just have to go all in or nothing at that point. If you focus on too many things at the same time, you will end up getting none of them. Now, the goal is to get a great physique, be financially free, and have the life of your dreams. Now, working on your body is a great starting point because it builds a lot of discipline, builds a lot of great habits that you can use in your everyday life. Now, back to the topic. I talked about how weighted calisthenics is also, it can go either way. It can be intensity or volume, just depending on how many reps and sets you do. I usually do 3, about 18 sets total, depending on what my current goal is and what I'm trying to do. But that's typically what elite calisthenic athletes do. they typically do higher sets and fewer reps if they're just trying to improve their skills in general. And then for hypertrophy, you typically keep the reps between 8 and 15 reps. Now there's also an in-between, a sweet spot if you may, and this is what I currently do right now. This is where intensity and volume comes together to make something beautiful. And this is where I hate the wave of people saying that if you have too much muscle or just have too much weight, you can't do certain skills because it's just gonna be impossible. It's not impossible. It's harder, yes, but it is not impossible. And you can always lean down or bulk up after you learn those skills, and then you can bring everything together and just do both at the same time. Now what I did is I increased my volume over time, and then I started doing skills like handstand. I was doing handstand before, but that was pretty much the only skill that I was doing. Now because of that, I built a good amount of mass, and in the process I also built a good amount of strength. And after doing the basics for so long with decent consistency, I wasn't as consistent as I am today, but I was fairly consistent. Like, I was doing something every single week. I was being active, even if it was just a light jog or a run, but I was able to transfer the strength I got from pull-ups into the front lever. Even though it's not the same movement, it helped a little bit. No, I don't want to say a little bit, it helped a lot. You kind of have to have a very good balance if you want to have both hypertrophy and strength. Skills become more dangerous as you start gaining more weight because you're putting more stress on your tendons and your joints. Your muscles typically gain strength faster than your joints do. So even though your muscles could handle the stress, your joints are not strong enough yet. Which is why I like to main gain, which is the best course for most calisthenic athletes, where you gain muscle gradually as you get stronger. You just have to eat a maintenance with higher protein, but if you want to gain more, all you need to do is add 200 to 300 calories more. You don't need to add like 500 or dirty bulk. That is completely detrimental to your health. That is so bad for you. Nobody should do that. Even for bodybuilders, weightlifters, you don't have to eat 1,000 calories over maintenance. 500 to 800 is even pushing it at that point. One thing I forgot to mention, I've been working on a program and it's probably out by the time you're seeing this video. Whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, it's built to help you reach your goal no matter what level you're at. And I can personally work with you guys one-on-one and push you guys and motivate you. So if you're serious about leveling up, about building your strength, improving your physique, then click on the link below. I have not been as consistent as I would like to be on this channel, and I am planning on uploading every single week from this day onwards. Yes, I'm going to lock in and I will provide as much value as I possibly can to you guys. Just let me know down in the comments below what else would you like me to cover next, and I'll probably see you guys next week. 4, 5, 6.